everybody. It is Monday, October 29. It's 2 days before Halloween, and I've decided that now is the time to start doing weekly reading vlogs. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of touch base on what I'm currently reading. I'm reading Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov, and my cat is playing with the tassel. Yep, there you go. You got it. You got it. But anyway, I just felt inspired to pick this up. You kind of have to pick this up if you feel inspired to pick it up, because it's not one that you usually want to read. But I am about 50, 60-ish pages into that so far. It's not a pleasant experience, but it is kind of beautifully written. So we'll see how I feel about that as I continue to read. But right now I understand why it's important, I understand why it's appreciated, but I also understand why so many people think I'm never touching that. I also started Thirsty by M.T. Anderson. I am on page 32 of this one. It is definitely just like a teen high school drama kind of thing, but there's vampires, so that's fun. But anyway, that is what I'm currently physically reading, and I'm also listening to the audio book for, I always get this wrong, The Haunting of Hill House, and that is by an author. No, that's by Shirley Jackson. I want to say that's right. So I've been listening to that one, and I'm close to the end. I don't feel like anything super scary has happened yet. I don't know if it's saving it all for like the very last little bit. There's been some scary-ish moments, but I'm also like super desensitized when it comes to that stuff, because I grew up with older brothers and just watched scary stuff and played scary video games since I was 4. So yeah, we'll see how that continues to go. I'll probably finish that one tomorrow while I'm at work. Before that though, when I got home today, I had book mail. So I'm gonna open up this bad boy and try to remember what I ordered. I'm not gonna lie, mere days after I made this order, I made another Book Outlet order. So I'm gonna get another package sometime maybe this week. And yeah, that's gonna be unnecessary. I'm trying to open this one hand off camera like a boss, and it turns out I may not be a boss. Oh, no, I am. I did it. Oh, they taped it across as well? This is literally the worst. Okay. Nope. Ha! The cat is very interested in all of this. Hi! Hi, what's in there? Oh, this is cool. This is cool. I forgot like half of what's in here. Let me put you there. Does that make sense? Is that a place that you want to exist? Okay. In the box. First off, I'm just going to pull these out because it's cool that I was able to get all 3 of these at once. But I got the first 3 in the Every Heart a Doorway series. This series, from what I understand, it's kind of like the Narnia kids, but not in Narnia. So it's like the kids that have been swept away into this magical land, but then how they cope with regular life after they come back. So Every Heart a Doorway is the first one, and then I believe the second one, oh no, don't get me lying here. I really want to say that Down Among the Sticks and Bones is the second one, and Beneath the Sugar Sky is the third one. Do not quote me on that. But these are all by Seanan McGuire, and they're all really short reads, and I'm excited to get through these. These are going straight into my immediate TBR, because I want to read these real bad. I also got the Slayer collection. This is like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer magazine. I don't know why that took me so long to come up with. But these are just fun to flip through, and I've been kind of collecting Buffy books to kind of live in the nostalgia. And then I also got in this order a couple of these Puffin Pixel covers. I think there's only 6 of these total, and I own 4 of them, and I have them on the shelf up there. And I just kind of displayed these. Toothless, do not knock my phone down. Cat, what do you... Ah, I got those. Also picked up A Million Worlds with You which I believe is the third one. I own the first two, and I think this is the third one. I think I didn't screw up on this. So, yeah. 1,000 Pieces of You, 1,000 Skies Above You. Oh my gosh, cat. So this is the third one in the Firebird trilogy. It has a name, guys. I haven't read any of these, obviously, but they're all by Claudia Gray, and I've been wanting to pick that series up. Honestly, can't even really remember what it's about. I also got the second book in the Mouse Heart series, and this is a series that I've heard a lot of great things about, and I haven't read any of it, so I'm just going to start collecting them, apparently, because that's what I do. And then finally, I got a box set here, but this is Tamara Pierce's The Immortals Quartet. This was a scratch and dent copy, and I knew the box was likely going to be destroyed, but it didn't really matter because I was getting the books at such a good value. What you'll notice is that I get a lot of books from second-hand places and then Book Outlet. So I don't spend a lot of money on books ever. But this entire order actually came out to $35.03. And that's not bad for what, 1, 2, that one was me. That one was not the cat. 10, 11, 12 books. 12 books for that. I wasn't in frame for any of that, was I? I am so bad at this. That was $35 for 12 books. So anyway, now that we're done with all of this nonsense, I'm going to go and actually read a book and not just talk about books. So we'll catch up later. Oh, okay. How is this? Is this good? Is this good? Hey everybody, it is Tuesday. It is All Hallows Eve. And I just wanted to update you real quick because the funniest stuff is happening here in our area. Tomorrow night, the weather is supposed to be awful. It is supposed to be thunderstorms and high winds, and so everybody's decided to just move Halloween up a night. So I work at a newspaper, and we actually get to hear the calls that dispatch receives as they're coming through, and so there's all these people freaking out about, you know, all this noise in the streets and people coming and banging on their door, and they don't know what's going on, and no matter how much you try to convince them that it's trick-or-treaters, they're like, no, Halloween's tomorrow, it can't be trick-or-treaters. Unfortunately for me, the stuff that I was planning on doing was rescheduled for tonight, and I had to work, so I just missed out on Halloween this year, which is fine. It's not going to break my heart, but still, I was going to decorate my truck as a giant dragon head for trunk-or-treaters, and now I don't get to do that, so that's a little disappointing. But on the flip side, I read stuff. I read a few more pages of Thirsty last night, a couple more chapters. It's getting interesting. I actually like it a lot. It is definitely self-aware and very cheeky and it's a very comedic vampire story, which I enjoy. But then I also finished The Haunting of Hill House today at work. It got a good descent into madness arc. As it went on, I was really enjoying that part of it. I'll be honest, I listened to it on audiobook while I was working, and so I couldn't always give it my full attention. It's not too scary in my book. Now I, again, am one that was really desensitized to scary stuff. I've heard that the series on Netflix is terrifying, and I'm really excited to start that. I wanted to read the book first, and so now that I'm through the book, I want to go through the series, even though I hear that they're very loosely related. I may start that tonight. I may wait until tomorrow night, till Halloween proper. That's gonna happen soon. And then what's gonna happen after that? We're gonna finish Thirsty. That's the next on the list. Lolita's gonna be one of those that I read here and there. So anyway, I guess it was probably a safe bet to go ahead and have Halloween a night early. But that's fine. Actually, it's been really nice this afternoon because I get off early on Wednesdays, and so I've just been able to sit and lounge around the house. I've gotten some more of the way into Thirsty. Really, really enjoying this one. I really like the writing style, and it's just very tongue-in-cheek. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun to read. Also, I started The Haunting of Hill House. So I'm on episode 2. Yeah, it's very different than the book, which I had been told that it was going to be, but very different than the book. Some of the names are the same, but the characters are completely different. The setting is different, like the time period's different, everything's different. I really enjoy the premise of the book quite a bit, and so I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about the show, but I really don't feel like I'm far enough in the show. But anyway, I guess you'll get more of my epic book versus show as I continue to watch the show. I did re-listen to the end of the book just because I wanted to take some more time to really listen to that part. And I liked it. I really liked the descent into madness. I enjoyed that part of the book a lot. But yeah, I finished that one again. And then I started City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. And really enjoying that one. I'm through the first part. It's like an hour and some change in the audiobook. It reminds me of Mediator by Meg Cabot. I'm not sure if any of y'all are aware of that series. So yeah, that's my current check-in. Hopefully, hello Kitty. Hopefully I will finish. He's just the most distracting at all times, aren't you? Hey everybody, it is now Thursday, November 1st, and I finished 2 books. It's exciting. It's exciting to be back in the reading game. For the past couple of months, I have not been able to read near as much as I would like to, and so this week I'm really trying to make up for it. So the 2 books, Hello Kitty. Toothless has not figured out how to be respectful of my vlogs. Let me talk a little bit, okay? Okay? Anyway, I finished Thirsty last night, and I really enjoyed that one. It kind of scratches that itch that's left from my Buffy the Vampire Slayer fandom origins. It uses vampirism as a metaphor for a lot of the things that teenagers deal with, and a lot of the consequences of growing up. And then I also finished City of Ghosts. The idea of that book is a girl who is raised by parents who are like paranormal writers who do all of these real life ghost stories and things like that, but she can actually see ghosts and interact with ghosts and has a ghost best friend. And I feel like 90% of her ghost best friend's role is to just make sarcastic comments on things. It was a cute, fun read around this time of year, and I'm looking forward to reading more of them. Hi! You want to say bye to the people? Say we'll check back soon after more reading. Just had a shower, and I'm trying to pick what my next physical book is going to be. I have 2 options here, and I'm going to go with the tried and true method of flipping the coin to decide between them. Before I get to that, though, I do want to update you that I have now watched the first 5 episodes, I think, of Haunting of Hill House. I still don't find it horribly scary. I will say episode 5 had some kind of creepy moments. The scene where she goes back to the house, I'm trying to be as vague as possible as to not spoil anything, is actually quite well crafted. And I enjoyed that a lot. I thought that was really kind of horrifying. I still think I like the book better. This show would really have to blow my mind with the next 5 episodes. There's just so much going on. While there's individual moments that are really good, I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in the show that I just don't care about. Like, I don't care about the oldest brother. I just don't care about him and his relationship with his wife or any of that stuff. I just don't care about that. I don't really care that much about the oldest sister. Honestly, if they would just spend all of their time with young Theo, that would be the best for me. That would be the show that I would watch, because she is amazing. Young Theo, mwah, I love her. Anyway, okay, flipping a coin. So my two options here are The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I don't know much about this, but it's a thriller and it's got a lot of hype. And then, just for funsies, I have a very dust jacketless Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. So we're gonna go heads for the one that has a head on it, because that's easy for me to remember, and I have no memory. Oh, I dropped the coin. Do you see it? Okay. Oh, no. It's in frame. It's in frame. No. No, that was terrible. I'm trying to do this with my left hand, which is not the most coordinated of hands. No. Dropped it again. Dropped it again. Oh, that was so good, and it went in between my fingers. Cat is very interested in all of this. He wants this coin so bad. Oh! We have relocated the coin, and I have given up on trying to do it with my left hand. So, right hand. Abraham Lincoln. Oh, God. That was too much work. So we're going to do Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and I'll check back in with you at some point. I've determined there's not a single place to film in my house where there isn't like a terrible glare going on. Also, have just started editing, and man, do I need to figure out brevity. Brevity is a thing that I need to figure out. It is Friday now. I did finish a book today. I finished The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman can do no wrong in my mind. So I listened to that one on audiobook. It's got a full cast. It's great. Also read about 90-ish pages of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter last night. And that's actually been kind of surprising. It's better than I thought it was going to be. It's a weird kind of campy thing, but also like takes itself serious in the right way. It's self-aware and serious at the same time, if that makes sense. So you remember that book outlet order that I said was on its way? Well, it came, and one of the books was not included in it. Really, the only logical thing for me to do at this point was to buy a book on the way home. I went ahead and bought, separate from the book outlet order, I bought the Magic Misfits book 2. I love that there's like playing card numbers for each of them. This is by Neil Patrick Harris. I've read the first one. I really enjoyed it. It's got a lot of diversity, a lot of representation in it, and it's just a fun, whimsical story. I am going to continue to buy these as they come out because I likes them. So I got that one to make up for the fact that the book that I really made this second book outlet order for did not make it in the box. I am trying to collect all of the Wheel of Time series in hardbacks, and I've got most of them, but I don't have the first 3 or the 14th one. All of the rest I have in hardback, and they had Eye of the World in a hardback on Book Outlet, but they only had 2 copies. And I thought I did it. I thought I got my order in time, and it just didn't work out. I didn't end up with a copy, but I ended up with a bunch of other books that I don't really need. I am working on collecting all of the How to Train Your Dragon books in hardback, so this is the first one, which is titled How to Train Your Dragon. These are great. They're very different than the movies. I started with the movies, and I love the movies. I mean, my cat's name is Toothless. The books are very different, but they're also fantastic. They've got a lot of great humor. They've got some serious topics that occasionally come up. The audiobook's outstanding. Narrated by David Tennant. It's magical. It's wonderful. It's the best. Go listen to them. So I got the first one, and then I got book 9, which is How to Steal a Dragon's Sword. I have not read this one yet. This is beyond where I am currently in the series. I'm on book 6. And then I also got book 10, How to Seize a Dragon's Jewel. Wolf by Wolf, and then Blood for Blood. These are by Ryan Groden. I'm honestly not entirely sure I understand what this series is about. I know it's a historical fiction in which Hitler wins, the Nazis win, and then there's some kind of motorcycle race that is in celebration of their victory, and it's like an annual thing, and then your protagonist is someone who was actually held in a Nazi death camp, who was experimented on and somehow has powers and is now going and competing in this race. Everything about this seems like this would be garbage, but they have such good ratings. So many people love these books, and I was just too curious not to pick these up. I have failed as far as reading Brandon Sanderson. Have not read a single one, but I am so confident in my passion for him. Even though I've never read him, I'm so confident that I am so passionate. But I went ahead and bought Mistborn because why not? And then this is his new series that is like the big like 10 book, this is my life's work. Holy crap, this book is massive. Almost 1,000 pages. Very small type. I hear you fly through these though. I think he's got the first 3 of these out. Alright, so I'm gonna get back to editing and see if I can figure out how to make this not be 3 hours long. I think I'm going to end the video here. I think I've got enough footage. I've got more than enough footage. So anyway, I did all the things, right? I told you about the books I read. I told you about the books that I hauled. I am champion of the vlog.